What's up, everybody? So, I've been listening to the playback audio from our second meeting yesterday. So I want to cover more of it because I didn't cover a whole lot because I didn't listen to it and we were so busy last night. I just came in and kind of did a summary of everything. So I want to really break it down because I've been thinking about it and thinking about it. Of course, it's all I do. So I am going to play back this video because listening to a lot of it, the audio becomes clear. So that's where I'm going to pick up. But first, I'm going to go over the beginning of it. I have my tea. I hope you all have yours as well because it's about to spill. So in the beginning of the video, or the audio I should say, we hear that we hand over the rent and we tell him that he needs to inform her to leave the door alone and to leave it as is. Okay, he tried to call her, and of course she did not pick up because she is continuing to show that she's not going to try and solve it or find a solution. She's going to continue to do what she wants. And thinking about it now, that's what she's always done. Anytime he would call her to have a mediation or anything, she would not be involved because she does not care. And I realize now that Daniel has continued to let that slide. So that's where we are in that video. So now I'm going to play it, and I know you all will hear it. I think, let me know if it's still hard to hear or not, but I'm pretty sure you all can hear it now.
Okay. I know that may cause problems. We can deal with that if we have to.
Which plan?
To leave at the end of the month of March.
And which you, we'll have an apartment available on the second floor. And you guys can move into.
We don't.
I just have a feeling you guys have no intention of staying here. Not so her, you guys want to move.
No, it's multiple reasons, Daniel. It's not just her.
But what are the reasons?
You can hear it?
If
Good.
I'm going to be all the way honest, it's just how I think you handle situations. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Like I told you, I have no hard feelings with you. You just handle your situations how you do. I would handle them differently. It's just a difference of opinion.
Well, you guys have a lease. You guys came here in August and you needed an apartment right away.
Right.
And I agreed to give you the apartment right away.
Right.
Not even charge you for the first 10 days. I really came through for you guys. And now you're trying to break my lease.
Because the lease has been broken.
I don't believe so.
Well, if you know that contract, you would know it's been broken.
I know it's in contract.
Okay. Well, then
I'm not convinced
then-
that you didn't cause the situation. I'm not taking her side.
So that's where he blamed me.
But it's two people, you just guys keep butting heads together.
Okay. So the problem is because I smoke where every tenant is allowed to smoke in their apartment, and you're going to sit here and tell me I caused
All
it.
the apartments, the new leases, no smoking in the apartments. I think there are 2 older leases. People are still smoking in their apartments.
We're allowed to smoke in the apartment?
They're the old leases. I mean, they've been here for over 10 years.
Right. I mean, I'm not talking about that. I mean, I smoke in common area.
Right.
Right? And you told me before you can't tell me to not smoke there because it's common area.
I know. But
Okay, so
you guys are running heads because it's going up to her apartment, so you don't close the door. So what I told you earlier, I'm saying again, you just have to be courteous of each other. Close the damn door if it's smoke going up her door.
But see, this is the problem I have because no one fails to realize that when we moved in and that happened and it was still summertime and I was smoking on Fifi's porch with her or I was walking to the river to smoke there to get away from her and she would still be disrespectful. So, and I think that's what's frustrating is everyone keeps telling me, appease her, and maybe she will change. I am not.
I've been telling her the same thing. Trust me.
Okay, well, I've not been breaking my lease by smoking on the porch and then keeping her smoking elsewhere. She's breaking her lease because she is disturbing the peace of the tenants, which is in the contract. So we're going to agree to disagree with this, and that's fine. You know what our problems are. I have been honest and open with you about everything that has happened this entire time. And I'm not saying I'm an angel. I'm not. But appeasing someone who, within my very first night, cussed me out because of a parking spot, cussed me out because I had property on our common porch, and then has been beating my ass because I smoke. I don't have to worry about appeasing them because I'm doing just what I can stated in my lease. So, and I'm appeasing her again now at the end by having the, even though she sabotaged the public door to not only her apartment but also ours, okay, I'm still appeasing her by keeping the door closed with a wire. That way I can easily get in and out, and yet it's still closed for her.
What?
There's a lot of pauses.
It's bad time.
Oh, he took a phone call. That's right. That's right.
Anyway. That's where we're at, Daniel.
Well, I mean, I told you my opinion.
I know.
So I don't think it's necessary to repeat it.
You don't think it's what?
Necessary to repeat myself again. You know, I know my opinion.
All right. And I just want to make sure you know mine too.
I don't think I broke the lease by any means. Again, I'm here to manage the property, not people.
Listen.
Are you the landlord?
Who's manager?
You're the property manager. You always tell me that. But are you the landlord? Who's the landlord if you're only the property
It's an
manager?
LLC.
It's an LLC. But this.
They're not here.
He just said they're not here.
Okay. But there's no way for me to be in contact, right? Like you said earlier. Exactly. So then you are taking landlord responsibility. So every time I've gone to the police station and the court, they always ask what the landlord's doing about the situation. So I understand you feel like it does not involve you, but it does. It does.
In regards to the door, I'll send her a letter to see tomorrow. Which cannot.
Okay, so not a summons. He'll send her a letter to seize it.
Which, again, that alone is a breach of contract. It's in my contract anyway. I don't know what hers looks like, but I know what my contract is.
Not breaking your enjoyment of the property.
No, but the lease also says you cannot, break the property or whatever.
Damage.
Damage, thank you. You cannot damage the property.
That's for you. That you can't damage the property inside the apartment.
So it's only inside the apartment.
I mean, anyway, you can't come in here and damage the front door.
Of course. Of course. Well, of course, this entire complex. And I could not put a screw in the place where the hook goes to make my own thing and damage the door, right? Just like it doesn't, I'm sure she only unscrewed it. That's why I say sabotage and not damage. But she had no right to do that because that's not only for her, that's for us and her. So.
All right.
Okay, so he goes to say, all right. Closing arguments. I asked my dad if he wanted to say anything, and he said, I got all I need by listening. I don't need to speak to him. And Daniel was like, what'd you say? And Dad was like, I said I got all I needed by listening. I don't need to speak to you. So you heard him say something along the lines of, I can't believe you're not causing it, or I don't believe you're not causing it. And then in the same exact sentence, runneth from beginning to end, it's, I'm not taking her side, I'm not saying she's right, I'm not saying you're wrong, but you did. You just sat there and said, I don't believe that you're not causing it. And you heard that's when I got escalated. It's when I got escalated because, you know what? It's not about, and again, I have not been an angel. You heard me say in the video, I've kept the door open for myself because I don't want to have to carry my keys around 24/7. I don't want to have to lock myself out of my apartment just because I'm smoking a 3-minute cigarette. So I've kept the door open, okay, but I do not want it to go unnoticed to the slightest, that even when I have that door open, I would still think about what she would be bitching about and therefore work it out for her interest by rather moving around the porch or staying at one side of the porch depending on which way the wind is blowing, so I'm doing my best to keep it from coming in the hallway. Okay, and again, like you heard me say in the beginning, I said summertime, but I mean, it was August. But during the months of August to, I want to say November, I want to say those first few months, I never smoked on my porch. Because when I did smoke on my porch, I got fucking assaulted. I got threatened. And I had the threatening video. Oh, it's on this camera, or this phone, so I can't show you. I got threatened twice. Okay, the first time I was sitting on the porch talking on the phone with my cousin from Wisconsin, and she had just come from having the first meeting with Daniel, and she threatens me. Even though Daniel told her I cannot tell him to not smoke there because it's common area, she came back and said, I just talked to Daniel. He said you cannot smoke there. And I said, okay, well, if you talk to Daniel, I'm sure he'll talk to me next and he'll inform me of what the rules are. And she said, well, if you keep smoking there, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to make your life hell, or I'm going to start doing things you don't like. That was the actual threat. Okay, that was the very first threat that ever came my way. And the only reason why Daniel talked to me is because I instantly called him after that happened. Okay. So during that entire time, I would go to the front of the building. I would go back here by the river. I would go, as I said, I would go sit on my friend's porch with her and smoke, because the people who live with her in her complex, they have kids and everything upstairs, but they don't bitch about smoke. Right, so I constantly have done shit to please all these bitches, but what has been done for me? That's what I want to know. And I really want people, that's why I wanted to redo this video, because that's what I want people to grasp. What the fuck has anyone done for me here? Right? Because, okay, the landlord's been talking to her for me. What the fuck have you caused to change? She was still harassing me when I was smoking in different locations. The door is closed and my wire is still on it. And I want to say, she saw that yesterday and she stood outside my door and said, you're fucking stupid. Which is fine, bitch. You think I'm stupid because I was smart enough to put property of apartment 11 on it this time, so you can't take it. But even then, now the door is closed, apart from the wire keeping a crack in the door for me, as you heard me say to Daniel in the video, so that I don't get locked out of my apartment. What has she been doing all night last night and all day today? Stomping around, slamming her drawers so it echoes and it vibrates. Last night for 2 hours, and I'm not saying for an entire 2 hours, it was off and on, but for 2 hours straight, she stood in one spot of her bedroom is above mine, and she was, I'm not making this up, she was jumping up and down on a certain spot because it makes the floor creak really loud. Jumping. So it really frustrates me because, you know, it's to the point that I think you all just want to move out. Y'all just don't want to stay here. I don't feel safe. What the fuck you mean? I don't feel safe. So fuck your other apartment. Because it's literally, what? 4 or 5 doors down. I don't feel safe. The bitch still gonna have access to our truck. It's gonna be right in front of the laundromat. She can key it or something, do whatever the fuck she wants, slash tires. I don't feel safe here. So what the fuck you mean? And I think it's so fucking stupid. It is so stupid that he can't see that. She must have something over him, or they're in cahoots about something. Because nothing was done when she assaulted me. You need to go to the police. Nothing was done when she threatened me. When she threatened me that day, and right after her meeting with Daniel and I went to talk to him next, he told me, well, if I can't tell you to not smoking there because it's common area, but if you do, you just have to put up with what she does. So that was his fucking response to when she threatened me. But you hear him in these video clips. Well, I see her side. I mean, smoke's getting in her apartment, so she's getting frustrated. So she's taking the door off. So she's doing this. So that's what we're doing. That's how we're playing this game. You know, I'm not saying I'm an angel. Like I said, I'd keep that door open to appease myself. But why the fuck does everyone think I need to continue to appease a bitch who has treated me like shit and has had no repercussions about it at all? But I'm getting repercussions because I'm bothering her. And that's why I wanted him like that, because he always wants to say, look, I'm not the landlord. I'm not this. Who is it then? Who is it? Oh, okay, so you are the landlord. Okay, then do your fucking job. How about that? How about that? And that's why I told him, we're not staying here, and it's her and it's you, because you don't handle the situation right. You want to show favoritism. You're always like, well, if you go to the police, you got to be careful because you're a man and she's a woman. They're going to take care of the woman. The police have never treated me like that. But you know who has treated me like that? This landlord. This landlord is taking her side because she's a woman and I'm a man. And you always hear him talk about that. I know y'all heard that in the video that I played yesterday. That is what it's always about. And so I can't do it. I can't do it. And I guess my only other option is to go to the courts at this point. I mean, I really don't know how I'm going to go to the courts on the landlord. I guess to the tenant landlord division, like the police told me to do. So I will find some time to do that. And you better fucking believe I'm going to slap lawsuits on whoever I need to. She won't get a lawsuit, but she'll get charges pressed against her. I don't even know if he would get a lawsuit. I mean, I guess if I want to win my money back for paying for all this bullshit. But, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready because I'm tired of it. It's shocking that he thinks I would cause it, and that's why I went off. Bitch, I caused it by smoking. Okay, so because I smoke, or I'm allowed to smoke, I'm allowed to be treated like shit in the worst ways possible. So that's fine. So that was basically the sum of the video. I'm glad you all could hear it this time, so y'all can come back and watch it and hear all the details and all that and get caught up with it. But that's what happened. I was informed last night that I should search the business and see if I can find a different contact or the actual owners, but I can't. I searched the company that owns these, and it is literally the same company that is right there. So if I dial the number, it's going to connect me to the office. So I can't do nothing about that. So I know, I think when I go through the courts, I'm pretty sure it's what the police officer was telling me the last time I went to the police station. When I go through the courts, someone comes in and maybe they're able to get the contact information of the owners, and then they have the owner step in that way. So, I mean, I do have options. I just think that's going to be a little tricky because, you know, the courts are only open until like 4, so, you know, Dad would have to leave work early, would have to get there, so that's going to be a bit of a hassle, but we can work it out. But that's where I am at. Nothing has changed. I am going to press charges on her. That's fine. I'm cool with it, and he'll get whatever's coming to him too. But our rent is paid. I do not have to talk to none of these hoes ever again for the rest of our days here. And I'm so excited because it is the last day of February, which means tomorrow is the fucking 1st. That means we only have 31 days. If I lasted 6 months, and that's what I keep trying to tell myself, I try to remain calm now. If I could last 6 months like I have, I can last 31 more fucking days. Oh, and I want to talk about something else. So you always hear him say, if you all been following this for like the months that it's been going on, You always hear him say, we let you all move in 10 days early. So, I have taken it upon myself, and I told Dad about this too. We made the decision, we're going to pay him for those 10 days, because I'm so fucking tired about hearing those 10 days. And if you go back to the October, oh no, I didn't make a video in October. I have a recording from October. I should play that for you all too, but I keep it all on this phone because this phone is the big phone and this phone is like small. It's storage. So, he brought that up in October, and I told him, I said, we did not live here for free, okay, for 10 days. We didn't pay you, but we paid through getting fucking assaulted and harassed, and he did not like that. He did not like that at all. So I can't believe he still brings it up, but that's motherfucking tea. But that's fine. So we made the decision that we are going to pay him. It is $470 for those first 10 days. Can you believe that? $470 for 10 fucking days living here. But of course, because rent is $1,400 a month. So, excuse me. We're going to pay him the $470. And that's if he's willing to take it. But he's money hungry, so I'm sure he will. But we are going to try and pay him the $470 for those fucking 10 days in August. That way I never have to hear about it again. Because you letting us stay here 10 days early didn't do shit. Because we was trying to break our lease on the second day. The second day when she assaulted me, we were trying to break our lease, and you wouldn't let us leave. So them 10 days really don't mean shit, because you said we would live in here for free, but you were already telling us that we're stuck and we can't move or leave, even though it said we had 3 days to decide upon signing. So, you know, it's all just a bumblefuck mess. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to do what I came here to do. I didn't come here to fuck shit up. Let me not say that in case we go to court and they hack my Facebook. I didn't come here to do this, but I'm going to do what I need to get some kind of relief and get someone on my side, because you cannot sit here and blame me. You got me fucked up. I'm not stupid. I may be from the South. You may think that we're from Kentucky, so we must be stupid or something, but I'm not fucking stupid. Okay. That's it. I just had to vent a little. I'm going to go ahead and end the video for people who are coming in late, so y'all can just watch it from the beginning and catch all of it, because I'm just kind of repeating myself now. So that's all. Toodaloo.